All right, dear viewers, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Afotech TV. Today is Saturday. It is the 7th day of February 2026. You are most welcome to Afotech TV. This is the usual weekend sports analysis. Before we continue, I'm encouraging you to go to our different social media handles. That is Afotech TV. You can get us on Facebook. You can get us on Twitter. That is now called X. You can get us on Snapchat, TikTok. Most importantly, you can like us, our page on our YouTube. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you are not let out of any other program that comes here in Afotech TV as well. Do not also forget to share the video so that those who are unable to catch it at this moment will be in position to watch it a little later. Call me Godwin, the man behind your sports here in Afotech TV. And of course, today being Saturday, we are going to take a look at what has been transpired in sports fraternity the whole of this week. And I'm not alone in the studios. I've got my colleague alongside me. How are you, brother?
I'm cool. Call me Douglas Benon, commonly known as Solagana.
Okay.
Right here at Afotech TV.
So you are the Lagana who spoiled Manchester United game the other time?
Absolutely not. But I believe United is waking up. Not just because I am called Olgana, not because of that guy. Okay. Yeah. I'm in the studio being joined by my brother, that's Olegana, for the sports analysis for this very day. And I want us to first shed lights on what's locally happening within our residence here. And we are aware that the Stanbic Uganda Cup is now at the round of 16. And there are going to be a number of games to be played between 4th and 10th February 2026. And most importantly, our own club, the one who at first represented the region in Uganda Premier League, who has been relegated to the regional league, is going to be there. And of course, the first game is going to see them playing Mbale City on the 8th day of February, that is 2026. I don't want to talk much about this game because I know it's a game. It's going to be a very, very tough game. When you take a look at Mbale City, it's a one organized region. Mbale is one organized place, and Dupraka as well is one organized club. And of course, of late, as I did bring you last weekend, that a number of players have been aiming to join Dupraka Football Club this very summer. Of course, as we take a look at Dupraka right now, players are training, but they are yet for a leave. They are doing personal trainings just because the first rounds of the big league has come to an end, and they are just training personally to wait to see how they are going to help the club better in the second round of the FUFA Big League, being represented in Arua City by Onduparaka and other clubs. Olegana. Yes, please.
What do you have to say about Onduparaka's preparation to face the second phase of this league?
It's so marvelous that they have taken in a break, and I believe the first round has not been so much interesting to watch the Caterpillars, but I believe there is a lot they learned from the first round. What I just need in the second round is try to pick some games and maybe push to see whether we are in the Uganda Premier League. But now again, it's Kabale City. This is an interesting cup that is locally in Uganda, and it's just like in England they call it the FA Cup. It's a traditional cup in Uganda, and I believe Caterpillars need to be prepared ahead of Kabale game, which is on 8th. Okay.
Caterpillars need to get prepared ahead of the game that is coming their way. That is on 8th. Yes, that is according to Olegana. And of course, leaving that one pending, not only Onduparaka Football Club are going to represent the city in this very league, and most interestingly, Ombachi Massacre will also be there. Not forgetting many other clubs. Middle Club will equally be there. And then Pakwach Young Stars will be there. And a lot of other clubs within Arua City, within West Nile, and within Northern region will equally be there in this very game. And of course, leaving that one there, allow me bring you some one or two things that I learned in Onduparaka of late. Of course, I got my time. I interacted with one of their fully equipped defenders this very season. That is Mungu Feni. He goes by the names of Mungu Feni. He also has goals in the first round of the game. And I did interact with him. He told me he liked what they are doing in the club. And of course, what they are doing in the club is to see that the club comes back to Uganda Premier League come 2026-2027 season. And of course, I'm sure most of the players in the club are also thinking the way Mungu Fen is thinking right down there. And of course, we prefer calling him Vela. He's my good friend. And of course, I like interacting with him that way. It was said, let's say that those of Junior Ibrahim are likely to join the club back from South Sudan Premier League, and Mandela Nelson Funya is also said to join the club. So we are just waiting to see how all will be going for Onduparaka Football Club. And leaving Onduparaka Football Club there, Olegana.
Yes.
I want us to take a look at the international aspect of the games. You know, this week, this ending week, there have been a number of domestic leagues going across the globe. Due to that factor, I may not be in position to bring you all the games that did happen this week in details, but most interestingly, there are games to watch today. Yeah, there are games to be watched today. Are you aware? Not especially in the English Premier League.
A couple of games to be played today. It's a fully packed weekend. Early kickoff is always interesting one to watch, and today United takes on Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay.
I believe the whole world is going to be seeing whether Manchester United can keep the consistency ahead of this game. You know, Michael Carrick was a former player of Tottenham Hotspur, and now the head coach or interim coach of Manchester United. How he's preparing for this game is one of the key factors the football fraternity is looking at. I have seen he has named and changed the squad. The squad that did the lineup that did beat starting lineup that did beat Fulham is again the starting lineup he had chosen today.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of bit of consistency that they are seeing the team. Now Bruno Fernandes is carrying the team. You have seen the danger is up front. You see Amad Diallo is performing perfectly well. Brian Bomo is adding the flavor, and Matthias Kuna again they are all starting today. It's gonna be a threat to Tottenham Hotspur's team that they are just introduced Romero and Vadavin coming back from injury and facing a very threatening Manchester United starting lineup on front is one thing that the football fraternity is gonna be looking at.
Okay. According to Olegana, it's going to be a very threatening game for a team that is Tottenham Hotspur. The fact remains that Manchester United playing at home is not always something easy, and most especially this period of Carrick taking interim position of the coachship in Manchester United. It's not something easy for them, and I see the consistency the club has been having. Of course, having you know, Bruno Fernandes in the team, you know, the current form on which the Brazilian guy, that is Casemiro, is in. You know, this one is going to bring, a little of blood nose to Tottenham Hotspurs right there. And looking again into aspects of this very game, and I like the way, I wanted to say something little about Saint Lamens. Okay, I wanted to compare Saint Lamens with the guy he replaced.
Most importantly is Milan has got the confidence of a Manchester United caliber of goalkeeper. Ever since he came in, I was a bit of doubting him, his attitude in the game, but he has surprised many. He's pulling the saves that a Manchester United goalkeeper that you have seen previously, the likes of Peter Schmeichel are doing. This guy has settled in well in that Manchester United team, and I believe it's something positive for Manchester United, because when you look at after David De Gea, Onana did come in, but he did not perform so confidently that this guy is something that Manchester United has really enjoyed watching, and I believe all Manchester United fans have liked to enjoy this guy playing football. And again, now Bruno Fernandes, he talked about his form, his towards his last days in the Manchester United career. But now, the more closer he comes to the end of his career, the more interestingly people begins to watch him. He's 8 assists away from making a Premier League history, because when you look at the history of the Premier League, the highest person who has made assists is Thierry Henry, and Kevin De Bruyne with 20 assists. Now Bruno has 8 assists to his name, and we're a couple of games away to the end of this season. It's something that will give for him confidence to add more into his statistics. The United attack looks so interesting, but now the most important is the midfield aspect. Casemiro setting on well with Kobe Mino adding in a lot of flexibility in the team. You see the compactness of Kobe Mino. When he calls the ball, he's so much confident into it. I love the way United team is trying to move in, and I believe Michael Carrick has got something so much interesting in this team, and I believe they're performing in a perfect way. Let's see how Tottenham Hotspur is going to give for them a challenge tonight.
Okay, that is according to Ole Gunnar. Of course, we did see quite a number of games played yesterday. Leeds United did beat Nottingham Forest by 3-1, and then Sunderland did beat Burnley by 3-0, and of course, most interestingly, games are happening today. Yes, and of course, at 3:30, Manchester United will be taking on Tottenham Hotspur, and then Fulham will take on Everton, Burnley on West Ham, Arsenal Football Club will take on Sunderland, and then we shall have Wolves against Chelsea, Bournemouth against Aston Villa, Newcastle, Brentford, and many of other games that are going to happen today. And for that, we have brought for you, and of course, that is concerning the international football. And of course, their viewers allow us to go and take some breath. When we come back, we shall be taking a look at maybe the transfer aspect of it at the moment. Do not touch your dial. And of course, this is Afotech. Stay with Afotech.